Jackson jumped on top of Aiden's chest and screamed, "Wake up! The Easter Bunny came!" "Be quiet, Jackson, I'm sleeping," Sophia said. "Anyways, the Easter Bunny isn't even..." Aiden threw a pillow at his sister as hard as he could. "Soph, don't kill his buzz. The Easter Bunny is totally real and he totally came. So come on, I guess we have to get up." Jackson grabbed Aiden's hand and dragged his big brother into the living room. Mom and Mike were already in the kitchen drinking coffee. Both had dark rings under their eyes. "Were you up late?" Aiden asked. "Nope," Mike said with a wink. "We went to bed early so the Easter Bunny could hide eggs all over the apartment." Jackson squealed, pointing every time he saw another pastel-colored egg hidden behind a houseplant or a couch pillow. "Can I egg hunt now?" "Not until Sophia is out here," Mom said. "This is a family game and Sophia has to join us." "I'm too old for this stuff," Sophia moaned from her room. "Get up, young lady," Mike said. "The family that hunts eggs together survives COVID together." Sophia stomped out of the room holding her blanket. She pulled Mom into the kitchen and started whispering in her ear. "Don't start that whispering nonsense again," Aiden said. "Butt out," Sophia sneered. "Okay, everyone, the egg hunt is about to start," Mike announced. "Remember, whoever gets the most eggs wins. But there's also a special golden egg, and that has a special prize in it. Are you ready?" "Yes!" Jackson squealed. He had a small basket in his hand, ready to fill it. "Sure," Aiden said, pretending he was about to race his little brother. Mom pulled out her phone and started making a video. "Camera's ready." "Okay," Mike said. "On your marks, set." He took off running, but threw himself on the couch. "Oh no, I've fallen." "Up. I hope Jackson doesn't get all of the eggs." "I already have 3, Jackson yelled. "Yeah, well, I took all 4 in the kitchen," Sophia said. "That is way too easy. This stuff is for babies," I said. "Soph, come on," Mike whispered. "The easy ones are for Jackson." "I'm bored too, you know," Sophia whined. "Why don't you..." "We're all bored," Aiden said. "It's not our parents' job to entertain us 24/7. Yes it is," Sophia said. She popped open a green plastic egg, looked at chocolate. "Hey, this one has $1 in it." Aiden looked up from the couch. "Cash?" "Uncle Josh wanted to make the hunt a little more exciting this year," Mom said with a smile. "The green eggs are for the 2 of you." "Wait, there's money in the eggs?" Sophia asked. "How much?" Aiden looked at Jackson's basket, who was already full of eggs, including green ones. Aiden hopped off the couch. Him and Sophia started searching frantically. Aiden looked under the couch while Sophia dug under the cushions. "Ew, Mom, it's disgusting under here. It's all chips and hair." "Feel free to vacuum anytime." While Aiden went through every drawer and closet in his bedroom, Sophia made a beeline for Mom and Mike's room. "Is that it? Did we find all of them yet?" Mom smirked. "I think you found most of the ones inside the apartment." Sophia and Aiden looked at each other from across the hall. They raced out to the front door only to discover that Jackson was already outside. His basket was full, but Mike was helping him carry more in his shirt. As the minutes passed, they found eggs under bushes, hiding in trees, tucked above the mailboxes, and even some by the lawn table. "I think that's all of them," Mom noted, "except for the golden egg." "The grand prize hasn't been found?" Mike asked, pretending surprise. He whispered something to Jackson, and Jackson took off running, back inside the apartment. Aiden and Sophia chased after their little brother. All 3 siblings found themselves in the bathroom. Sophia checked the sink cabinet, while Aiden looked in the shower. Jackson was looking under the bath mat. Mom and Mike were in the doorway laughing. "There's only one place you haven't looked." Mom slapped Mike's arm. Jackson figured it out first. He lifted the toilet lid. The golden egg was sitting there, in the toilet, floating on top of the water. "Are you serious?" Sophia whined. "That is so gross. It's disgusting," Aiden said. Jackson shrugged. He reached right in and he grabbed it. "Yay, Jackson, you got it," Mike said. "Okay, let's wash it off first, and then we'll wash your hands, and then we'll wash it again before we start opening, okay?" Mom said. As they opened their eggs, Aiden counted out $19. Sophia had $24. Jackson only had 7. "Ha! You lose, baby brother," Sophia laughed. "Did he?" Mom asked. "He hasn't opened his golden egg." Jackson popped it open. He unraveled the bill and held it up. His eyes got huge. $50? "What the? No fair!" Sophia screamed. "It's fair," Jackson squealed. Then he started doing his little shark dance around the living room. "That was great," Mom said. "Let me send this video to Uncle Josh and Abuela, and then we'll FaceTime them." "Then what?" Sophia asked. "What are we going to do with the rest of Easter?" Mike shrugged. "No plans. It's Sunday." We can do whatever we want. We could watch TV. We could do a family puzzle. You mean the one family puzzle that we've done like 6 times? Sophia groaned. We need something new. Aiden had a sinking feeling in his stomach. It was true. And it felt like they'd run out of things to do days ago. It was going to be another boring day on a calendar full of boring days. He never thought he'd admit this, but there was only so much TV he could stand to watch. He was done. He was bored. Okay, everyone, get up, Mom said. It's 10 o'clock on Tuesday and it's time to move. Aiden, Sophia, and Jackson took one look at Mom and started laughing. What are you wearing? My old yoga outfit, a leotard and tights. The kids laughed even harder. Mom tossed a little towel at each of them. Chuckle all you want, but this is our new daily routine. It's going to fight boredom. You dressing like someone in an old MTV music video? Sophia snorted. I mean exercise. We're going to get in shape, all of us, together. You don't even know how to exercise, Sophia said. Hey, I used to jump rope and jog every single day before I had the 3 of you. And I've decided I'm getting my old body back. Now help me move the coffee table. Mom and Aiden cleared a space on the living room floor between the couch and the entertainment console. Then Mom paired her phone with the TV. Mom, you don't have to do this, Aiden said. You won't be able to keep up with us. We're kids, and let's face it, you're old. How dare you? Mom feigned shock. How much do you want to bet? Aiden considered this. You know what? I'll bet you all of my Easter money winnings. Me too, Sophia said. Not me, Jackson added. That's my money. Deal. Mom shook hands with Aiden and Sophia. So what kind of workout are we going to do? Sophia asked. Aiden laughed. Let me guess, something like 10 push-ups, 10 jumping jacks, and some stretches? Mom grinned. You wish. Turns out your gym teacher asked his class, including you, to work out by watching someone on YouTube, PE with Jake. You didn't think I'd find out, did you? Aiden's face turned red. He'd been caught. Who told you? Jacob's mom. Now come on, everyone get ready. You too, Jackson. If we're all going to be stuck at home, we're going to come out of quarantine with hot bods. Hot bods, Jackson squealed. Mom, don't be weird, Sophia moaned. Prepare to be crushed, Mom said. Are you ready to sweat? Joe asked on the TV in an Australian accent. Aiden wasn't, but he did sweat. Not only did he sweat, but he could barely keep up with Mom. The workout started with stretches and light boxing, then went to lunges and jumping jacks, then mountain climbers. Those were the worst. Then kangaroo jumps, which were actually kind of hilarious because Jackson got all tickled by pretending he was jumping with the baby Joey in his pouch. Sophia dropped to the ground, declaring, I'm done. I can't do it anymore. Aiden wasn't ready to give up, though. He couldn't lose his money to Mom, even if he could barely breathe. Then there were push-ups and sit-ups and more mountain climbers. Finally, Aiden collapsed. Mom kept going. Even more stretches, and then finally, it was over. Good job, everyone, Mom said. She passed out glasses of water. Really well done, but Sophia, Aiden, I'll be needing that cash. Mom, are you for real? Sophia whined. A bet's a bet, Mom said. Once they forked it over, Mom fanned herself with the cash. How'd you do that? Aiden asked, still breathless. I thought you were, out of shape. Waiting tables is hard work. You're on your feet 6 to 8 hours, moving from the kitchen to the tables and then back again, carrying trays of heavy plates. Guess I'm in better shape than I thought. Good job, Mom, Aiden said. But can we have our money back? No, Mom said. But I tell you what, if you work out with me every day this week, I'll use this money to take us out to In-N-Out Burger on Friday. And then you know what? If we do it again next week, we'll go to In-N-Out Burger again. Drive-through, of course. The kids agreed that was fair. Aiden was online Zooming with his class. He hated to admit it, but he missed being in regular school. Learning over the internet just wasn't the same, especially because his chat feature kept going on. Randy wrote, Hey, fart face, your family starved to death yet? Aiden typed back, You spelled death wrong. If you're going to insult me, at least learn to spell. Preston wrote, You think you're so brave only because we're not there, or else. Aiden rolled his eyes. He closed the chat window. But as he tried to pay attention to class, the chat feature kept flashing. Finally, he looked. Randy and Preston had written half the class, saying, Aiden Turd is in quarantine because he got COVID. Suddenly, everyone was sending a private message. Do you really? Are you sick? Are you at the hospital? Are you going to die? Even Jacob, Lily, and Bella sent IM messages. Are you okay? You don't, do you? Are you sick? Aiden couldn't learn like this. He was tempted to send a private chat to the teacher to ask Miss Brenner to shut off the chat feature, but he didn't want to say why. Then everyone would know that he was a wimp, that he was hiding from Randy and Preston. So instead, he just tried to ignore the flashing light. After Zoom class was over, Aiden sat on the couch trying to focus on his homework, but everything was irritating. He was in a bad mood. Even his sister was annoying, although I guess that was pretty usual. Sophia, turn the TV down. No way, she said. It's a Beverly Hills Housewives marathon. How can you watch that show? Those people have millions and millions and millions of dollars, and they don't even help anybody except for themselves. That's not true. Lisa Vanderpump helps dogs. And you know what? I think it's awesome. I wish I were rich. Yeah, well, you're not. None of us are rich, Aiden shouted. He slammed his book closed. Then he got up, stormed to his room, and slammed his door as hard as he could. An hour later, Mom knocked on the door. Hey, Aiden, Abuela wants to speak with you. She handed him the phone. Hi, Abuela, Aiden said. Hola, how's my nieto favorito? I'm fine, Aiden said. That was not very convincing, Abuela said. Are you troubled, like your sister? What's wrong with Sophia? Aiden asked. Nada, never mind. Let's talk about you. Is a quarantine wearing you down? It is completely normal to feel trapped, even frustrated. I mean, yeah, there's that, but... Aiden's voice drifted off. Talk to me, por favor. Aiden whispered, I hate that I'm poor. Ah, I see, Abuela said. She hesitated, thinking about how to answer this. You know, I grew up with very little. In Mexico, we were all very poor. No running water, no money, very little food. Days that we ate were good days. I know, Aiden said. You've told me before, and I know I shouldn't complain. I did not say that, Abuela noted, though it is good advice. Rather than complain, think of others. I have been reading many articles in the papers and watching the news on TV. There are families everywhere who cannot afford the next meal. There are children who do not have laptops or Wi-Fi, and the schools must find ways to help them so that they can learn. And think of those children who live with domestic violence. Last month, they could escape to school or to libraries or parks. Now they must stay home with those who hit them. There are so many people, children and adults, who are suffering right now. I know that you are suffering. Perhaps your life is not as bad as you think. Aiden's whole body felt heavy, weighed down by guilt. You're right, Abuela, of course you are. I shouldn't think this way, but I don't know, sometimes I can't help it. I mean, I know lots have it worse, but it still hurts when people make fun of me, when I have less than other people. When I moved to this country, there were many people who judged me because of the dark color of my skin, because of my thick accent. These were not foolish teenagers either, but employers, people I needed to impress if I wanted a job. I had to work twice as hard. For some, their lot will not be easy, but these hardships will make us stronger so that you can work twice as hard. But I don't want to work twice as hard, Aiden said. Abuela took a deep breath on the other end of the line. That is your choice, but if you want to achieve anything, you have to put in the effort. And sometimes, working isn't as hard as you think. Isn't hard the definition of work? Abuela giggled. Yes, work is work, but sometimes the first part of work is how you think. Before you can feel better, you need to have a good mindset. Me, every day I am grateful. You should be too. Think of all that you do have. You have a family who loves you. You have teachers that are trying to help. You live in a country where you have freedom of speech. Think of all the first responders out there right now risking their lives to save lives. Yes, you might be bored or bullied, but these things are small compared to the big world outside your front door. After Aiden got off the phone, he lay in bed for a long time, thinking about everything his grandmother had said. She was right. He knew that. But for some reason, when he was upset, it was hard to remember all the stuff he was grateful for. But Aiden had an idea. He was going to write it down. He was going to write it down right now, all the things that he should be happy about. He wrote down my family, my friends, my comic book collection, my Lego sets, my Uncle Josh, not having to share my room with Jackson and Sophia, just Sophia. She's bad, but I guess she's not that bad. I like Marvel movies, my good health because I don't have the coronavirus, my lungs because I breathe well and some people don't, Mike because he has 2 jobs, Mom because she stays home with us and makes us exercise even if we don't want to, and to be honest, it felt kind of good afterwards. The longer Aiden wrote, the longer his list got, and the longer he wrote about each item and why he was thankful, the more his body felt lighter. He didn't feel bored or upset. He felt full. Aiden was still writing things down hours later. He didn't even realize it until he heard clapping and cheering and a huge ruckus in the kitchen. He ran into the living room and asked, "What's going on?" Mom and Sophia and Jackson were standing at the dining room window, which was wide open. They were clanking spoons on pots and clapping, shouting and hollering and whistling. "We're cheering for We're cheering on first responders, like cops and firemen and doctors, and even cashiers who are working at the grocery stores, Mom said. Come here, join us. Aiden looked outside. He didn't see anybody, but he heard the neighbors doing it too. Can the first responders even hear us? Maybe not with their ears, Mom said with a smile, but they can hear it in their hearts. Come on. Aiden hesitated. It seemed silly. They were nowhere near a hospital or a fire station or a police station. But then he considered all the things he was grateful for, and Mom's smile was one of them. So he took the pan and the spoon from Mom and he started banging. He cheered as loud as he could until his throat was hoarse. He didn't realize how good it would feel just to shout, "Thank you." And that's the end of that chapter.
Oh, that made my heart feel good.